Hey, konnichiwa, minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How you doing? You good? Are you genki? I'm genki, thanks. Now, I've got a quick shout out before I start my picks for this week, but if you're not reading it, do check out the latest issue of Spawn, issue 362, written by Todd McFarlane. It's got some stunning, real Image 90s style art by Brett Booth, worth a look. Let's have a look at some of the pages. Here's the main cover. Excellent variant cover here by, who is it? Jeff Monk. Look at that. Love it. Here we go. Have a look at some of these pages and the colouring too. It reminds me of like the first 10 issues of Spawn, going back to when Todd McFarlane was drawing it. Remember that? Many, many years ago. And this crazy cool double page spread here with Mandarin Spawn. Look at that. Look at the colours. What a mad costume. Okay, let's get on with my picks for this week. Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Okay, as always, starting with DC, we have Absolute Batman issue 6, The Zoo part 6. So it wraps up the first story arc. Written by Scott Snyder with art by Nick Dragotta and colours Frank Martin. This is $4.99, 32 pages. Can Batman break down the Black Mask and his gang of party animals? Will he be able to do this without the help of his unlikely new ally, MI6's Alfred Pennyworth? And how do his childhood friends, Edward Nygma, Waylon Jones, Harvey Dent and Oswald Cobblepot, among others, play a crucial role in Batman's legacy as Gotham's vigilante? Scott Snyder's been bigging this up on social media, so yeah, I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it. Love this cover by Dragotta, look at that. We have Detective Comics issue 1095, written by Tom Taylor, art by Mikhail Janin, $4.99 for this. Asima's bloody reign of terror continues, and continues. Who is the mysterious Asima? As the world's greatest detective unravels the mystery, he realises he may not want to know the answer. Have to comment on this cover. Lovely colours here, and it's a really dynamic image. Great perspective. It's by the main artist, Mikhail Janin. Nightwing issue 124, written by Dan Waters, art by Dexter Soy, colours Veronica Gandini. $4.99 for this. I'm still on board, just about. I'm enjoying it, enough, but to be honest, there are other books kind of taking over, pulling me away from this title. Let me know what you think about it. I don't know, is it just me? It feels like the story's kind of going on and on. To save the lives of one of Bloodhaven's gangs, Nightwing must stage a heist on Spheric Solutions. But revelations of the corporation's true sinister nature threaten to shatter his very reality. Wow, that reality, it's always been shattered, isn't it? Or on the verge. And here's a pretty big one this week. It is Absolute Flash, issue 1. Yes, another addition to the Absolute line. Jeff Lemire writing this. Art is by Nick Robles, colours Adriana Lucas. It's $4.99 for 40 pages. All it says, it's a very short synopsis. Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles speed into the Absolute Universe. Without the mentor, without the family, without the Speed Force, what's left is the Absolute Scarlet Speedster. Gotta say, I do love this main cover here. Dynamic art, very passionate, shall we say, explosive. This is by the main artist, Nick Robles. There are quite a lot of cool variant covers. I do like the Clayton Crane cover B and the Dan Panosian cover C variants. So, are you excited for this? Wow, those Batman books just keep on coming, don't they? Batman and Robin, Year 1, Issue 6 is due out. It says here, story writer Mark Waid, story artist letterer Chris Samney, colours by Matt Lopez. $3.99 for this. Great cover, by the way. Love it. Robin balancing across a tightrope there. Batman in the background. Can you see him? A trap is set. Robin is caught in the General's clutches, and it's up to Batman to rescue his intrepid young protege. The Dark Knight knows he's running headlong into a trap, but is the General really prepared for Batman like he thinks? Course not. And my final pick from DC this week, it is The New Gods, issue 4, from Ram V and Evan Cagle. Yes, I'm just about on board still after last issue. I thought issue 3 was a bit of a slog, to be honest, but I did enjoy the first 2, so giving it a chance. Nice cover here by artist Nimit Malavia. There's some pretty cool variants too. Let's have a look at the Apocalypse. Wow, it's quite a long one. $3.99. You ready? The fate of the three worlds hangs in the balance. New Genesis, Apocalypse and Earth. 3 worlds in the warpath of the deadly interstellar inquisition known as the Niktari. Three worlds whose only hope of salvation may lie with a young boy imbued with incomprehensible power. On the cover it says, The Fall of New Genesis, ? Moving on to Marvel, I've only got 3 picks. The first one is Ultimate X-Men issue 13. Written story drawn by Peach Momoko. Translator, it says writer now, Zach Davison. So I've heard rumours that this has been done a little bit Marvel method style. Peach Momoko draws the story and then Zach Davison writes the dialogue. New story arc begins. The Mutant New World Order? Chaos erupts as former children of the atom rise up against the society that used and abused them, just as tension between Armor and Maystorm comes to a head in an explosive confrontation. I'm still on board this, I'm really enjoying it, I like the little horror vibes to it. Look at this cover here by Peach Momoko, this is one of my favourite covers this week. Really, really cool. It's been interesting to see Armor, Hisako, she's maybe going down a darker path. Is she being corrupted? Is she choosing the dark side? We will see. The J. Scott Campbell cover really draws your eye in Magik issue 3. $3.99, 32 pages, written by Ashley Allen. Art is by Gurman Peralta. Demons have been hunting mutants abroad. Magik finally meets leader of the demons. Who or what is Liminal? And will Magik be able to suppress her darker impulses? This has surprised me so far by being pretty decent, and as someone who's pretty new to the character, yeah, I'm enjoying this dark path. And my third and final pick from Marvel, and this is a shout out from Sully, Eric O'Sullivan, he recommended it, Eddie Brock Carnage issue 2. Written by Charles Soule, arts by Jesus Says, colours Matt Hollingsworth, $3.99 for 32 pages. The Right to Remain Violent. And by the way, I do like this cover. Very colourful and striking cover by Ivan Coelho. When Eddie Brock walks into a police station and asks to be arrested, you know there's going to be some trouble. When Eddie also happens to be bonded to Carnage, it's going to be a bloody nightmare. That's what it says here. The most lethal protector of all continues his deadly mission. If it's no good, I'm going to blame Sully. From Image Comics, The Power Fantasy issue 7, written by Kieran Gillen, art by Casper Wingard. This is $3.99, 32 pages. 1989, a popular year with Taylor Swift fans. In The Power Fantasy, we have a different queen, and she nearly killed us all. We finally reveal the horror of the second summer of love. Anybody out there reading this? Please let me know in the comments. And a recommendation from Weird Science Jim and Sully again, The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue 109. Written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard, colours are by Dave McCaig. 32 pages for $3.99. All it says is, Maggie and Sophia pick up the pieces and continue their lives at the hilltop. I didn't buy this when it was coming out, but I did buy a lot of the collected editions, the black and white. So I read up to, I think I read around up to this point. So yeah. I'm enjoying rediscovering or revisiting these issues, and from I think this issue it could be the next few issues, I'm not sure where I start reading, so yeah, looking forward to it. But I like the colours of the colorized version of this, and it's interesting to compare it to the TV series, which I think went its own way, walked its own way many years ago. Also from Image, The Sacrificers issue 15. Written by Rick Remender and arts by Max Fiumara, colours Dave McCaig. There he is again. $3.99 for this. Rokos arrives with the vengeance of an angry god mourning his lost daughter, forcing Pigeon to align with an unlikely ally in order to save Harlos from the hell that's coming when gods go to war. No Light Beyond Part 4 of 4, says on the cover. And pretty striking, simplistic but striking cover here. Image again with Bug Wars issue 2, written by Jason Aaron, arts by Mahmoud Azrar, colours Matt Wilson. This is $4.99, 32 pages. Slade Slaymaker is lost in his own backyard. Wait a minute, what a great name that is. I'd forgotten it from the first issue. Slade Slaymaker. He's a prisoner of tiny bug-riding warriors known as mites. And in Swarm City, the most dangerous hive in all the yard, Slade will have to learn to unleash his newfound powers, or else watch his family die. I enjoyed the first issue, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Pretty dark though at times, and yeah, do like the art by Asrar. Are you reading this? Again, I know I keep saying it, but do let me know in the comments what you think. From Titan Books, we have Conan the Barbarian, issue 19, written by Jim Zub. Art on this issue is by Doug Braithwaite. But first of all, let's just pause a moment and appreciate this gorgeous cover by Roberto de la Torre. Look at that, great image. Some nice variants too as well, as usual with Conan. $3.99, 32 pages. In the days following Belit's tragic demise, Conan travels through jungles of the southern kingdoms, but there's no time for grief. A deadly hunter stalks the Cimmerian, bent on bloody revenge. Who is this strange foe, and what do they know about the ancient power rising in Stygia? I wonder if there's a Black Panther in this book, like on the cover there. Okay, my final pick for this week is another Image title. It's the wonderful Savage Dragon 276. Writer-artist Eric Larson is banging these out all these years later. Amy Dragon takes centre stage in the first of 4 issues that stars one of the dragon children. Amy, paired with Walter the talking tiger, face a challenge of unimaginable magnitude. What's a 9-year-old girl to do? Okay, this is $3.99. And that's it. It's a busy week. There's a lot coming out. Do let me know your choices in the comments. I'd love to hear what people are buying and reading and enjoying. And yeah, especially anything I might have missed, especially small press books, if you could let me know. I'm always looking for good indie titles that I might not be reading, but there's so much coming out. It's hard to keep up with it all, isn't it? Seriously. Now, a lot of these books I'm able to read on Global Comics, which I'm subscribed to. And also, I'm lucky enough to get review copies of some of the Marvel books, so I don't actually spend that much money, but I'm going to be doing my best to get hold of some physical copies of these from the old shop in Tokyo, paying a bit of a fortune for them, but yeah, hoping the art and the stories are going to rock. So as always, thanks so much for listening and watching, and I hope to see you in a future video. Should have at least one review out later on this week sometime, and yeah, that's about it. Matane.